Hello Stampers, and welcome to Laura's Stamp Pad. Today I'm going to show you a super fun and easy technique that creates this beautiful card. How fabulous is that? I mean, this might be a card that looks like you made a mistake on because you accidentally dropped the stamp back onto your project, but it creates this beautiful, beautiful technique that we have coined the smackdown technique. I actually got this from fellow demonstrator Mary McNeely, who's super fabulous for sharing it, and this is super fun. So I'm going to show you how I created this card. I first started with a piece of Whisper White measuring 3 3/4 by 5 inches. And then I'm using the Flower Patch stamp set, which is this one here, and I'm using various flowers in the set and then a little greenery as well. So we're going to first start with the biggest flower, and I'm going to ink that up in rose red ink. So I'm just going to ink that up here. And what you're going to do for this technique is you're going to stamp it down, and then you're going to pick it up and then just keep stamping and doing it in that area. It doesn't have to be exact. Just in that area, just kind of rotate and move a little bit and just keep stamping and just smack it down another, 5 to 10 times. So here we go. And then you have that fabulous flower. Isn't that amazing? So we're just going to ink it up, stamp down once, pick it up, and then smack down. And you get that gorgeous flower. So here we go to finish off this flower. And then now we're just going to move to our next flower. So I did this one in Peekaboo Peach. I think that's all I'm going to do for now. The next little flower I'm going to do in Island Indigo. And then the last one is the greenery, and I'm going to do that in Pear Pizzazz. And then I do almost feel like one needs to go there in the middle maybe, but my ribbon and my greeting will probably cover up some of that, so I can just focus that there on that spot and not have to worry about the that open space there, because I think it might get a little too crowded if I fill that in. So how amazing is that? Just a little smackdown of stamping, and then you have that amazing look. So I'm going to then layer this onto some of our Pear Pizzazz, and the Pear Pizzazz measures 4 inches by 5 1/4. And we're just going to layer that right onto there. And then I have some of the Peekaboo Peach ruched ribbon, which is super fun. I love using that. The way to get that fabulous knot is to do left over right. So you can see my left actually goes over my right. So left over right, and then right over left. So we'll stick our finger there, and then now our right one is going to go over our left one. And then pull tight. You can always do right over left, left over right. Just make sure that it's always the opposite. So you don't always want to do right over right and right over right. You'll want to do the opposite of right the first time and left the second, or left the first time, right the second. I hope that makes sense. And then I'm going to add this to a Island Indigo card base with some Stampin' Dimensionals. So now we're just going to center that right there onto our Island Indigo card base. And then now I have a piece of scrap Whisper White, and I'm going to stamp the greeting from the Sweet Sentiments, which is from the Occasions mini catalog. The Sweet Sentiments stamp set here has lots of great greetings, and I'm just going to use the one that says, "Hoping your day is perfect," because I think that's just a simple card that you could send out for any occasion. So I'm going to stamp that in rose red, and then with the decorative label punch, I'm just going to slide that in, line it up, and punch it out. I always recommend to stamp first and then punch, because if you stamp crooked, you can always punch crooked. So it's a little harder to line it up a little bit going the other way. I stamped a second of the decorative label punch in rose red, and I'm just going to cut that in half. I think that's hamburger style, right? And then we're going to add adhesive to the top and the bottom of our greeting, and then place it with a little bit popping out the bottom and a little bit popping out the top. And then I'm just going to add some Stampin' Dimensionals to the back of this as well, because we all know how much I love, love, love Stampin' Dimensionals. And peel those off and add that to our card front, but we're not done yet. So here's our card front, and we're just going to place that down right there. One of the last things I want to do is add some of these fabulous little white dots. I feel like I have just found these things, and I have been loving them. They're on the same page with your enamel shapes and all your other little embellishments, but they are super gorgeous. They're fairly flat. They're nice and just like a little like glazy bump. You know, they're not very bumpy or bulky on your card, but they give that fabulous look, and it just finishes off the center of that flower oh so perfectly. So here's the original. You can see the other one looks super fabulous as well. I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial of the smackdown technique, and I hope you try it out yourself too. Of course, I'll be posting pictures of these on my blog, laurastamppad.com, so you can check that out. Also, don't forget to check out some of my other videos for Technique Tuesdays, and let me know in the comments below what your favorite stamp set would be to use with this technique. I look forward to hearing from you all. Have a wonderful day. Happy stamping. Bye-bye.